Check one, check one. I need everyone to show me some energy. Can you start clapping right now if you're happy to be here this morning? Come on, turn it up. We need you. We need you. We need you. Good morning, CIAA. You all look amazing. Y'all did this so early. Y'all got up. Some of y'all in town, you traveling. You put it on, though. You got up. It felt like a work day. All the bosses, all the high-level execs in the building, everyone. I'm comedian Big Fred. Welcome. I'm a Baltimore entertainer, Baltimore native, youth advocate, and founder of Big Laughs production company, and also Lil Laughs anti-bullying campaign. It's a comedy-infused youth development program where we use comedy to work with students to improve confidence, communication, and to de-escalate bullying. But today, I am your host. So y'all clap it up for me. Wake me up. Help me out. Help me out. Thank you. Throw some energy to the stage. I'm going to throw it back, I promise. Throughout the day, we will learn, laugh, and leave more knowledgeable than where we came as we discuss technical trends redefining Baltimore's landscape and beyond. Whether you're a tech whiz or somewhat technologically sound, a little savvy or challenged, you'll leave today enlightened. Question for the audience. So y'all ready? Okay, it sounds like it. Are y'all ready? All right, first up is our Maryland Black Caucus, who are so excited to have CIAA in Baltimore. Oh, man, I thank you for that. Thank you for that.
I am Delegate Janelle Wilkins, chair of the Legislative Black Caucus of Maryland, the largest black caucus in the country. And on behalf of the 64 members of the Maryland House and Senate, we are excited to welcome the CIAA and all of our visitors to the great state of Maryland and the wonderful city of Baltimore. Having the CIAA tournament here in Baltimore means so much to our city and our state. It is the most prestigious and most notable championship in our entire country when it comes to college basketball. It has a huge economic impact, and it truly showcases the black excellence here in Maryland. That's what the city of Baltimore is all about, and CIAA stands for the grit, the work, the competition. And we're excited for everyone to come together, especially after a rough couple of years that we've all had, and just enjoy ourselves in some friendly competition. I encourage you to check out the many restaurants, the art scene, the culture, and the amazing food here in the city of Baltimore while you're here. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone around Charm City. Game on.
Game on. Did y'all enjoy that video? Did y'all enjoy the video? Did you watch the video? Some of the video talked about some of the things you all have experienced. And make some noise if this is your first time in Baltimore City. Okay, make some noise if you're happy to be back. Y'all better. Some of y'all came back, it looked a little different. Y'all like, what in the, I thought this was that. That was this. We got a lot of new, better food spots. Y'all been eating good? Make some noise, y'all been eating good. Okay. Make sure y'all share, communicate, tag everyone, tag all the necessary partners. Now, I'm honored to bring up your first guest for the day, Mr. Eric Reed, the Vice President of State Government Affairs for Verizon. Y'all clap it up for Mr. Eric Reed one time. Thanks. How you doing, sir? Pleasure to meet you,
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
How's everyone doing today?
Good.
All right, all right. Well, look, we got a big schedule. Huge schedule in terms of talking about the black ecosystem here in Baltimore. We have, as you saw behind me and on the runners here, so many stakeholders that want to make sure the information around technology, around engagement, around building your business is made available to you for you to share and to network as well. And so Verizon's extremely proud to be a part and associated not only with the CIAA tournament and all the student athletes that are competing on the court, but also those off the court that want to be the next round and the next generation of engineers and innovators and technologists and building big businesses, building from a small foundation and leveraging it up and making sure that we are bringing others along with us. So I encourage you to stay. I encourage you to talk to each other. Look to your left, look to your right, get someone's name, find out what they do, and engage them. Because there is so much opportunity here in Baltimore. And with our student athletes And with even some of our more experienced business owners, there's a lot to be shared here today. So learn, engage, and let's build something fantastic here in Baltimore. So thank you.
Y'all keep clapping, showing some love. Clap it up for Mr. Eric Reed, y'all. Next up, we have Ricardo Jones, Executive Vice President for Strategy and Emerging Businesses for Care First. Y'all clap it up. Thank y'all. Great energy. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Thank you, Fred. So, welcome everybody. We are incredibly proud to be a sponsor of the CIAA Double Tournament in Baltimore, as a son of Baltimore, recognizing how much this brings to our city, and also to be in fellowship with the student athletes, the partners that are here to support the CIAA. And I am particularly happy to be a part of the Tech Showcase. I am the Executive Vice President for Enterprise Strategy and Emerging Business at Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. And I have the privilege of interacting with tech startups and founders on a nearly constant basis, as we have an innovation and investment arm that we call HealthWorks that invests in startups, invests in companies. And we do that because we know that there's things that are missing in the traditional venture capital private equity space. If you look at private equity, you've got about 80% of venture capital money going to companies that have been founded by white males. In the healthcare space, that number goes up to about 95%. And so if you are looking for about 40% of the population to have 95% of the good ideas, not only are you leaving ideas on the table, but there's money to be made that is being left on the table. And secondly, it's incredibly important to us because we know that founders of color actually work on the issues that relate to people of color. And the disparities that we have in health equity and healthcare in this country are incredibly big, incredibly wide. And we need folks to pay particular attention to improving health equity in our country, because unless we improve health equity, we can improve the healthcare system from an affordability and access perspective. And so it's an incredible honor for us to be a part of an event that is not only showcasing those who are doing amazing things from a tech perspective and an innovation perspective, but also bringing together resources for us to connect with and be a part of one another's ecosystems. And so ask you all, well, thank you, first of all, for all of you all joining right now. Ask you to stay engaged, get to know one another, get to know the investors and partners in the room, and hope you enjoy the rest of today and the events throughout the weekend. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Can y'all keep clapping for Mr. Ricardo Johnson? Can y'all keep clapping, please? Son of Baltimore, thank you for all you do. Next, we will have Delali Zarasa, CEO of Fearless and Hutch. Y'all clap it up. Y'all doing amazing. Give him some love. How you doing, Ken?
Welcome to Tech Summit. We need some energy. We're so excited to be here again. My name is Delali. I'm the CEO of Fearless. But I'm excited about today, and here's why. Fearless, in our work every single day, our team thinks about technology through the lens of transformation. Our mission is to build software with the soul. And what we really envision is a world where good software ought to power things that matter. And so all of this innovation here is great, but at the end of the day, it is about people, about helping people and transforming lives. In addition, with our incubator Hutch, we have about 30 companies under our purview right now that we're incubating, women-owned, minority-owned, and every single day we see the promise, the bright eyes, all the amazing ideas. And so innovation is live and well within our communities. We've known that forever. We don't always get all the opportunities. We don't always get the resources and the funding, but the opportunities are there, the innovation is there. And so my encouragement to everyone today is continue to lean in. Continue to lean in. We're making advancements, we're making progress, but these ideas, they're shining. The best ideas are coming forward. And so learn today. We're celebrating each other today. We're celebrating innovation today. We're celebrating women in technology today. So have a good time, hang out, enjoy yourselves today, enjoy yourselves for the rest of the CIAA weekend. And Fearless, we're doing happy hour at Roots Chris afterwards. Come holler at us. Peace.
Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank y'all for the energy. Thank you again, Mr. Zarasa. Thank you very much. Okay, we're gonna keep this thing going. You all doing amazing with energy. Can everyone say innovation? One more time, can we say innovation? We know why we're here, we know what we're doing. There's a lot of brilliant minds, and I encourage you all to get to know one another. If you don't network, make sure you all are talking with one another. And once again, thank you to our local contributor, Care First, for making today's summit possible. Next, let me introduce to you Mr. Mario Armstrong, Baltimore boy, Baltimore native from West Baltimore over by Mondawmin. If y'all been in Baltimore, a lot of y'all know where that is. He's very proud of that. So I need y'all to check this video out and welcome Mr. Mario Armstrong.
Mario Armstrong is seen on NBC's Today Show and HLN giving tech and entrepreneur advice. He's a top 100 podcaster, a public speaker for some of the world's top brands like Capital One, Intel, and more. He's an entrepreneur that's in partnership with Damon John and is one of the few entrepreneurs invited to Richard Branson's island in Virgin Gorda. His company, Never Settle Productions, produces reality business series, inspirational shows, and original content. His show is shot at NASDAQ Studios in Times Square. Mario has been nominated for 4 Emmy Awards and has won 2. Mario went broke pursuing his dreams. Often he wondered if it would work out, but he never settled. Please welcome Mario Armstrong.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? DTLR in the building. What up, DJ Oshmo? What's up, what's up, what's up? My man Mike Wells on camera. I'm seeing so many beautiful people that I haven't seen in a minute, and it's really great to be back in my city, to be back at home. And today what we're gonna do is, my job is to talk about technology careers. So if you know anything about me, I'm an entrepreneur. I really help creators and entrepreneurs figure out how to make moves in their passions and really try to get them to become from purpose to profit. And so today what we're gonna do is discuss technology careers and what's happening in the emerging tech space. You may have seen in that clip that I show up on NBC's Today Show, and one of the roles that I play is I'm a digital lifestyle expert. That means I talk about all the trends that are happening in technology, entrepreneurship, and small business to about 4 million or so people. So my job is to be on top of some of the latest things that are happening. And so my goal is to really educate you on some of the opportunities that you can see for yourself, but also inspire you for some action. And then I'm gonna teach you some tactical things that no matter what your career path is, should be relatable to you, but it's gonna be definitely relatable to those that are looking at technology as opportunities. So the first thing I wanna touch on is what is actually going on with tech? Because a lot of people are talking about layoffs and all those things, and we'll get into that, but tech is in high demand. High demand. It's a growth industry no matter what you're hearing in the media, and I'll explain why it is. It's a high demand. And we're not just talking about coding or programming anymore. There are way more jobs, way more career paths, things in security, things in marketing, things in sales, and the categories of the businesses that are requiring technology has grown beyond just tech companies. So now we're talking about sports, we're talking about defense, we're talking about smaller startups. A lot of different firms now need technology in order to advance. So you've been hearing that a lot of layoffs have been happening. So I want to just kind of get this elephant out of the room real quick. It's true. A lot of the big companies have been laying off. Facebook, Meta, Google, Amazon. All of these companies have been laying off, but it doesn't stop there. The tech jobs market might not be as shaky as it feels. The issue is we're looking at the big companies where we think that all the tech careers really are, and we're missing where the opportunities are taking place right now. So, brands like Savage Fenty, right? Rihanna, any Rihanna fans in the building? I should have had this queued up with DJ Asho so we could have played something, right? I should have had that queued up. But yeah, so Riri, right? Her brand is killing it, obviously. But look at the tech job. This is just one. There's several that they're hiring for. This is a technical project manager. Okay, so there are different companies beyond what you normally think of that are looking to hire people. Look at the NBA. We are here at CIAA. This is all about basketball. So if your son, your niece, your nephew can't get into the NBA or the WNBA, can they still work in the industry that they love in a tech position? So a lot of times what we have to do is flip the perspective. We need to be thinking about what we're purposeful in, what we're passionate about, and then identify where the technology opportunities are in that passion. Too often we look at just the tech companies for tech careers. And what I'm trying to tell you is that's not where we should be focusing on. As you can see, this is just a screenshot of just a couple. This is like 4 different jobs that are all tech related at the NBA. I didn't even get a chance to look at WNBA and see what they got going on, or the NFL or any of the other sports. And it's not just me. Worldwide Technology, the black-owned $17 billion tech company, if you don't know them, Worldwide Technology, black-owned $17 billion tech company is still hiring workers as the industry is shedding jobs. So it's happening. It's just a matter of where are you getting your information from, who are you getting access to, and how are you breaking in. And so when you look at like what's hot right now, I couldn't even fit all the things that are hot right now. So these are hot careers that are taking place now. So if you need to grab a screenshot, you can. And if anybody needs this, I can send it to them. But these are not only the hot careers now, but also the emerging ones. Things in AI, things in the metaverse, autonomous vehicle engineers, right? Augmented reality and virtual reality, 3D printing specialists, medical and health informatics analysts, robotics, blockchain, product managers and project managers. So many opportunities are in the business right now. Now this is a look. Some of y'all are like, yo, where does the money reside, Mario? Okay, I hear you, but what should I shoot for? So these are the top highest paying IT jobs right now. That's not in order, but you can see they go from as high as 141K down here, all the way up to 122K. And these aren't like CIO roles or things of that nature, but these are like actual positions in companies based off of these particular types of jobs. So everything from, yes, engineering, but also project manager, mobile apps development, data scientists, software developers. Those are the 10 highest paying jobs in the industry right now. But you might be thinking, well, Mario, how do I make sure that my kid, myself, my niece, my nephew gets an opportunity, gets in the door? Well, one of the things I want to share with you is what I call the power of 11 minutes. And then I'm going to break down why Denzel says it best. Most opportunities are coming to us because we're looking for what's available. And then we present ourselves. So in other words, we look to see who's hiring, and then we go and present ourselves to that particular opportunity. And what I'm saying is we need to flip that too. We don't need to look at what's hiring, because that's letting the objective define our goals. What we need to be able to do is actually say, where do I want to work? Where do I see myself? What's the culture? What's the business? What's the industry I want to be in? And then can I ask for 11 minutes so that I can get an informational interview in that place? The reason why I'm saying 11 minutes is because I'm from Baltimore. I just need a crack in the door. Most of us just need a crack in the door. If we could just get our step in the door, we get a chance to prove our potential. We get a chance to educate someone on what it is that we're doing, what we're about. And that's all I need, because I'm leaving here with something. Whether I leave with an opportunity in that 11 minutes or I leave with something that I got knowledgeable, but people ask for too much time. People come up to me on the street all the time, or I'll be with Damon John or somebody like that, and they'll come up to us and they'll be like, hey, can I pick your brain? No, you got to come more correct than that. Pick your brain tells me you don't have an idea as to what you really want to talk about, or what you have that you think for yourself. You haven't rehearsed what you see for yourself. You haven't thought through your vision, because you wouldn't be asking me to pick your brain. You'd be saying, Mario, I need help with understanding how to build my personal brand so I can get on TV. And so we have to really start to get our children and our nieces, nephews, and ourselves to be smoother on our soft skills, because we got the hard skills to back us up. But we need the opportunity to get in the door. So I ask for 11 minutes these days. I don't ask for an hour. An hour is way too much time. When's the last time somebody asked you for 5 minutes and they actually kept 5 minutes with you? Right? Yeah, see, this crowd gets it over here. Y'all the ones over here doing 5 minutes and taking 30 minutes of people's time. Y'all understand what I'm talking about. People take 5 minutes. Can I get 5 minutes? And you're like, damn, I done missed lunch. So we ask for too much, so I ask for 11 minutes, number one, because it works. Number two, because it's different and unique, so it catches their attention. Number three, since it is awkward, it grabs their attention and lets them know that I value their time, but I take my time serious as well. And in most cases, what I find is that when I ask people for 11 minutes, they end up saying, no, I can give you a half hour. So I just feel like the opportunities are there, but we got to leave with something. And so Denzel, to me, said it best. Check out what he said.
So now we're leaving. I'm leaving without the Oscar, right? But as I'm leaving, I see the back of where they're doing they're getting the meal ready, the food ready for the governor's ball. I see a big tray. I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
Who can relate? Chi-Town, anybody from Chicago in the building? He said he was at the Oscars. He's in the door. He didn't get his award. He sees some food spread. I'm leaving here with something. I feel the same way when we get an opportunity to get in the door, when we get a chance to meet somebody. I'm leaving here with something. If you came here and spent time to come here, you better damn sure be leaving here with something. And I don't mean grabbing the whiskey off the bar. I mean talking to people. I'm not talking about this, that leave. I'm talking about talking to people. Look, we get in these opportunities and we get in these situations, and sometimes we may be introverted, or we may feel hesitant to talk to someone. I get that. But if we're all here, that means we're all seeking something. That means we're all about something. That means we all have some kind of ambition or idea. So if you're not talking to someone you don't know in this space, you're not leaving with something. And it's that mentality that needs to carry into how we position ourselves for these careers in technology as well. Now, these are some of the technical skills. In case some of you are wondering, what are the skills that we need that companies are really looking for right now, technically speaking? Because there's a lot of soft skills that are needed, but technically speaking, you're talking about things like Java, HTML, C++, network security, big data, artificial intelligence. Anybody, by the way, has anybody seen ChatGPT? Yes? Has anybody used ChatGPT? All right. I see some young people, don't be using it for your college essays. Don't be because, we can run that through a check. But I'm going to show you an example. For those that don't know what it is I'm talking about, I'll show you an example in just a second. The non-technical skills look like this. Can you analyze? Can you problem solve? Do you understand marketing? Can you identify trends? Are you great with details? Are you seen as a leader? Can you manage people? Do you handle conflict resolution well? These are all soft skills that are absolutely needed in the field, but often in the tech business, we think you gotta have the tech skills, not the soft skills. That's changed about 5 to 10 years ago. If you're looking for education, I got 2 different routes. Actually 3 different routes. If you're saying, all right, Mario, I'm on board, but I wanna get more education. So this is the college education route. You could be looking at IT, computer science, systems and network administration. Cybersecurity is really, really big. Information security, very, very big. Healthcare industry, education industry, very big. Defense, very big. And these are some of the certifications with what you can expect for an annual salary with these certifications. Now, I should just warn you, this isn't going to be in every single market. It depends on the market you're in, the company you're working for, how big or how small they are. All of those things factor in. But on an average basis, you're talking about if you get a Google certified professional data engineer, you should be in that ballpark of $170,000 salary, depending on a lot of other factors, experience, expertise, all these things. But this gives you a sense, in case some of you are wondering, like, what are the certifications that are really hot right now that people are paying attention to? These are some of those. Now, a couple of tactics to break into the industry. I gave you one already with this power of 11 minutes, but I would take the power of 11 minutes even a step further. There's software that you can use to find people's email addresses that are publicly accessible on the internet. They're email finders. One I use all the time is called hunter.io, Hunter.io. So if I'm thinking I want to target the NBA as a company I want to work for, and I'm looking for who works in HR or who at all works inside of the NBA that may be connected to me on my LinkedIn, but I don't have their email address. So I'm looking for titles for people that I may have a connection to, or people that are in a position that can make a decision about bringing me on. Once I find their name and the fact that I know that they work for the NBA, I drop that into the email finder, and if it's publicly available, you'll get the email address. Usually a good 80 to 90% chance that it's the legit their email address. And then you fire off that email. But I don't just fire off regular emails anymore. I fire off video letters. I don't fire off just text-based emails. Text-based emails to me are whack because everybody's doing text-based emails. Not everybody is doing video letters. A video letter gives you the chance in 2 minutes or less. You saw the highlight reel that I did at the beginning of this. You can make that on your phone. You can do it with a voiceover. You can introduce yourself, show some pictures of the work, show some things that you've done, maybe organizations that you've been a part of, maybe some behind the scenes of things you've worked on. And you instantly prove with faster credibility and trust that you are the person you say you are against anybody else that's just handing in paper. So talk to me about this on the side if you really want to get this, because I only have a few minutes to kind of break it through. I can't give you an example of every single thing that I'm talking about. The other way to break in, obviously, is internships and getting that experience under your belt. And this is why I'm saying, look, if you know people that are trying to get ready to put themselves into the job market, or you know someone that's getting ready to look for a promotion, if I can't roll up on you right now and you show me on your camera roll some projects you've worked on, some outcomes you've had, some video, your certificate, if I don't see that on your phone, you just missed a big opportunity. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is our phone is our resume. Our social media is our resume. Do you have proof of what you've been working on? And often when we get these jobs and we get in our careers, we just kind of see ourselves as an employee. And what I'm saying is we need to see ourselves as an entrepreneur inside of somebody else's company so that we're building our own brand. Because look, I'm down for the companies, but the companies may not always be down for you. And you got to know how to protect yourself, and that's called personal branding. And so when you're out in the arena, no one in this room could come up to me right now and be like, hey, show me some of the projects you're working on. I can show you 3 pilots right now. It's not going to happen. I rolled up, I was at the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas this past January. And I'm going to forget her name because I was thrown off. A black woman is the head of Universal. I was like, wait, they called her the chairman of Universal. And I'm so sorry I'm forgetting her name because she's a part of the NBC family. But I didn't know her. And I went backstage after her talk. And, I found my way. I did my Baltimore thing, ran around the corner. And I was like, oh, they're going to come out that door. That means the elevators are there. So I'm going to intercept. So I intercept, but I have my phone ready. And she says, don't show me a pilot. I said, no, I get it. You get pitched all the time for show ideas and concepts. That's not what I'm showing you. And so I proceed to try to show her what I'm talking about and what I'm doing. And then I show her that I'm also on the air on NBC. Then we have a nice little dialogue and conversation. She keeps it moving. She's got a little entourage. So I'm walking and talking with her, but I'm showing her my proof as we're walking and talking. By the end of that 20 to 30 seconds, I get her info from her assistant. We got a meeting 3 weeks ago. We got a meeting right before surgery. That was 4 weeks ago. So 4 weeks ago, we had a meeting. The point is, I was ready. You got to have your stuff ready. So if you're not using your camera roll with folders to show me proof or to show the other people proof, you're missing out on an opportunity to separate yourself from everyone else. All right, and then another way that you can actually get experience is by volunteering. So if you don't have the skills just yet, maybe you got a little bit of skill, but you're looking like, I can't get a job right now. Okay, but can you volunteer? Here are 3 organizations. Catch a Fire is a great place for volunteer projects. You can go to catchafire.org. You can go to taprootplus.org. That will connect you with nonprofits that need your technical skills or help. And then there's idealists.org. So there are places, and that's just a small handful. There are a lot of places where you can get that skill set. The number 1 tool for me is using LinkedIn. You got to step your game up on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not just a place that holds your resume. LinkedIn is the place for your connections, where the social capital. People talk about access to capital. There are multiple forms of capital. There's financial capital and there's social capital. And so if your LinkedIn page isn't straight fire, you're not going to be able to represent yourself. People are looking. Make your thing public, make it searchable, and connect to people. Because people are absolutely on LinkedIn looking for opportunities. For example, maybe you're like, man, I don't know how to make my LinkedIn pop. then that's when I say, oh, well, let me introduce you to this AI technology called ChatGPT. You don't have a good way with words? Got you. AI will take care of it. So what I did is I typed in to ChatGPT. You can just Google it if you want to check it out. But I typed in, write a persuasive description for my LinkedIn profile. This thing made me look glorious. Are you looking for a highly motivated and accomplished professional who can add value to your organization? Look no further. As an experienced, insert your profession here, I have a proven track record of delivering exceptional results and driving success. I'd like to put a stat as to what that is there, something measurable that I've actually done. But so what I'm saying is I'm using this to get me jump-started. I'm not copying and pasting this and saying, here it is. I'm personalizing this. The deal with AI and having AI do things for you, and it's getting crazy. The fact that I can do this, the fact that I can ask it for talking points, the fact that you could pull up and say, what are the top IT careers right now? The fact that you could say, what are hot investments? The fact that you could say, hey, I need an IG caption for my reel, pull that up for me. All these different things. But now you can also get AI to do video for you. You can get AI to find pictures. Hey, I need to find a woman on a New York City street that's got the latest fashion. Boom, picture comes up that represents what you're asking for in text. No more going to Google, searching all over the internet, trying to find this stuff. So it's moving fast. Now look, I don't want the robots any more than y'all, so I get it. But at the same time, I'm not running from the tech. I'm understanding how to use the tech so the tech doesn't use me. And I think that's the important thing. So for me, ChatGPT has helped me. I don't like to write, I like to talk. So when I get to writing and I see that blinking cursor, until I get the first 2 or 3 sentences, then I'm gone. So that has really been super helpful in helping me with everything that I've been trying to communicate in written form, just for this one example of AI. The last thing that I want to share with you all, and then I don't even know if we have time for questions, but if we do, I'd love to take any. The last thing I want to talk about is really the first thing that's the most important. And that is, it doesn't matter all the jobs that I showed you. It doesn't matter if you get into the room and you do the Denzel move and be like, I'm leaving here with something. It doesn't matter. If you don't have the mindset right, it doesn't matter. The opportunity is going to show up right in front of you, and you're not going to answer the call that's right there waiting for you. You're not going to be as obedient as you should be because you're not in the right mindset. So how do you get there? Well, you got to surround yourself with good people that are also positive. You got to have a vision for yourself and understand what it is you're trying to achieve. You got to understand that other people aren't going to understand your vision, i.e. dream killers. Some people call them haters. I call them dream killers because dream killers come in 2 forms. One, they truly don't want to see you succeed. And you can feel that energy. You should know what that energy feels like and stay away from that. But then there are the other ones that don't understand your vision, so they don't know how to support you, so therefore it comes off like, no, you shouldn't do that. That seems risky. No, you should play it safe and go get this job. Some of y'all want to start your own companies, and you should. There's no better time than now to really be thinking about how you're going to start and build your own company. And so I think if you don't have the mindset of an entrepreneur, you don't have to be an entrepreneur, but you need to think like an entrepreneur. You need to think about how do you position you for the best opportunities. And here's the one question that I would throw out to all of you that I use to try to keep me centered. And that is, who am I fighting for? When I ask myself that, here's the trick. It can't be who you're fighting for, and it's got to be beyond you or your family. Because you're going to fight for yourself, and you're going to fight for your family. If you got kids, you know what I mean. I got a son. I'm going to fight for my family. I got a wife. I'm going to fight for my family regardless. But who else am I waking up every damn day when it's tough, when I'm not feeling resilient, when I'm feeling like I'm not getting the opportunities, when people are telling me no? Who am I fighting for? And that clarity of knowing I fight for creators and I fight for entrepreneurs. Knowing that clarity gets me up because I have something else that I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm probably supposed to be sharing what's actually got me feeling this way so that other people that are going through it can see that everybody is going through some of these same things. Because vulnerability is the new currency, but nobody wants to be vulnerable because everybody is sharing their IG highlight reels and everybody got to look like they already shining. But the truth is, many people are suffering and they're masking what's actually happening. And if we can break through that and get to better self-awareness, then we can get into a better mindset of being available to the opportunities. When you're closed, the opportunities can't come to you. But if you look for inspiration, if you sit still, if you work on self-awareness, you will find things start coming to you because the universe will fill in the details. Your God will fill in the details. But they got to know what you're going after. So to me, your social is your resume. Just make it make sense, y'all. If I go to your social and it don't make sense, it's not making sense to me, then it's not making sense to other people that could be there to help you and position you and accelerate you. So be thinking about your mindset. Show us what you're working on. Be proud of what stage you're in. If you think it's perfect, it's too late. You should have shown us 2 years ago when it wasn't perfect. When we first got our first Emmy, we were being told no. I was already on NBC's Today Show, and I thought it was like going to be a no-brainer. I'm going to come up with this show idea. I'm going to present this thing. And I had a couple of people that supported it. Al Roker supported it. A couple people supported it. But the decision makers and the executives at NBC, they didn't see the vision for the show. I had to figure out, do I believe in this thing? Who am I fighting for? And that got us up every single day to then find a studio, because we couldn't afford one at the time. So we had to find a tech company who had a lobby that we turned into a set. And we filmed our show for 10 weeks at that company. And we said, in exchange for filming in your tech lobby, we'll put you into the actual show as an ad, and that'll be our trade. And they said, great, do it. That show, and I'm not looking for an applause here, but that show, I'm just trying to make a point. That show that was not perfect, that was shot with cable wires everywhere. The director and the supervising producer were in a janitorial closet because that was the only thing that was next to where the set was. And I got pictures of all this. I should have brought them to show y'all. But that space that looked like this should not be happening, what is this, is the exact show that ended up getting our first Emmy Award. The point that I'm making, thank you, and I'm not doing it for that. I'm just trying to make a point that if you're holding on to what you think needs to wait to be released, you're missing on putting it out there because you're not allowing the universe to fill in the details, to connect you to opportunities because you aren't sharing it yet because you don't think it's perfect. If we would have waited, it would have never happened. Then we get that Emmy, then we start getting a few phone calls. Then the phone calls we make start getting a little bit easier. But it's all because we decided to be transparent in that moment. So I just want to thank all of you all for being here and for listening. I want you to stay committed to your dreams. I want you to keep moving forward. Here's my contact info if any of you want to hit me up. I'm in the DMs all the time on IG. You can follow me right now, Mario Armstrong on Instagram. Pull it up, DM me, I'll hit you back. If you want to get deeper than that, then just text the keyword CIAA to that phone number on the screen, 917-810-2347. I'm Mario Armstrong, Baltimore born and raised. Love y'all very much. Get these tech jobs. Leave here with something.